When corporate greed trumps health safety, the hidden risks you must know. Explore how corporate greed compromises health safety standards, risking lives for profits, and why transparency matters more than ever. Health safety standards sacrificed for corporate greed, what you need to know. You ever get that feeling that sometimes the people who are supposed to keep us safe, well, they're not exactly putting our health front and center? It's like we're living in a world where corporate greed is calling the shots, and health safety standards are just collateral damage. And honestly, it's frustrating and kind of scary when you think about it. Let me break it down in a way that hits home. Imagine a massive corporation that produces everyday products, whether it's food, pharmaceuticals, or household goods. These companies technically have a duty to follow strict health and safety rules, right? The problem is following those rules sometimes cuts into profits. So instead of going the extra mile to make sure their products are 100% safe, corners get cut, warnings get downplayed, and risks get ignored, all because it saves money. This is happening more often than we'd like to admit, and it's not just a small thing here or there. Industries have been caught pushing products through with inadequate testing or ignoring safety issues to preserve their bottom line. The pharmaceutical world, for example, is notorious for this. There's a huge push to make pharmaceutical profits, which can lead to rushed drug trials or insufficiently tested side effects. And even when concerns are raised, sometimes accusations of government conspiracy get thrown around to distract people from the real issue, the money. What's especially tricky is the untrue allegations tactic. Big companies and their PR teams are masters at spinning stories to make it seem like whistleblowers and researchers who call out safety breaches are just paranoid or have an agenda. It muddies the waters and makes it harder for everyday folks to know who to trust. But why would they risk public health just to save some extra cash? Well, it's about shareholder pressure and quarterly earnings. Investors want bigger returns, and that pressure trickles down through company decisions. Sometimes the ethical choice takes a backseat to the financial one. And when regulations exist, they're not always enforced as strictly as they should be. That's where government conspiracy theories sometimes pop up. The suspicion that regulators might be influenced, paid off, or simply too cozy with industry players to do their job properly. So what's the real impact here? It's not just about products not working as advertised. We're talking about people's health being put at real risk. From contaminated food outbreaks to medications that cause unexpected side effects, the consequences can be devastating and sometimes deadly. And it's frustrating because these tragedies are often preventable. Proper safety standards, honest reporting, and strong oversight could save lives. For those who want to understand the complexities behind these issues, I came across something pretty engaging recently. It's a novel called The Ultimate Frame by Andrew M. Semple, which weaves these themes of corporate greed and safety into a thrilling, must-read story. It highlights how the struggle between ethical responsibility and profit motives plays out in a high-stakes way. Discover this thrilling novel by Andrew M. Semple today. Trust me, it's a smart and entertaining way to get a fresh perspective on what's really going on behind the scenes. At the end of the day, staying informed is key. Questioning the motives behind policies and products, researching independently, and supporting transparency can help hold companies and governments accountable. Because when health safety standards are sacrificed for corporate greed, it's not just business, it's lives on the line. All right, I'll leave you with this. Next time you hear about a product recall or safety scandal, think bigger. Look beyond the headlines and ask why corners were cut in the first place. That's the kind of awareness that can push for real change. Thanks for listening and keep staying curious out there.